so many things to talk about. I haven't been here for ages, so sorry about that. Been a little bit distracted by all sorts of things going on in my business, which are really exciting. And one of the things that has happened is that this is a fairly new business. I had a whole career as a film and video producer and director for high-end corporate videos for a long time, and that world just kind of changed so much, and it kind of left me really, which was sad. But it's not the same as it was, and I don't really want to do that anymore in the way it's done these days. So I reinvented myself, and as part of that, the main way I went about that was to really get clear on what my purpose was, and that's something that I help my clients do. And what worked best for me was a meditation, and that's just how it just came to me. I said, this is what I need to kind of download this information, if you like. And I gave myself a meditation, and I really tried to find myself in that place where what I was trying to do was work out what it was from my previous life that stayed with me and that I could carry through into something meaningful in a reinvented career. And so in that meditation, I just tried to find that place within me where when I was at work, I was in real flow, in loving the moment, being able to do my best work, really helping people and getting paid for it, which those four things are ultimately what finding your purpose really is. But in that meditation, really tuning in to what those things were for me took me to, actually I could tell you the location, but it's kind of so many locations at one time merged into one invented one in my head. And it's that moment of a one-on-one conversation with a person. And usually I'd be behind the camera and someone else would be in front of it. So this whole thing is, me getting, it's karma, I guess. Now I know what it's like to be in front of the camera. But I don't have a director telling me what to do or think or say, except the one in my head. And anyway, so that one-on-one conversation happened with me so many times, with so many different kinds of, 4 different organisations, and with people from so many different walks of life. What an incredible privilege it was to be able to, regardless of whatever the corporate objective was for whatever video program I was producing, my secret agenda, if you like, was to hone in on the truths that were going to really resonate with one person in the audience at the end of all of this. And that really is about responding to what's going on in their inner lives, that voice in their head, the stuff that, that voice, you think it's you. It's that voice that's telling you you're not good enough, or, if you do that, you're putting yourself out there too much, it's not safe, or people are going to, criticize if you do that, or think that out loud, or, it's that fear of vulnerability. And it's also a lot of hope in there. There's that voice that says, this is what I really want. Wouldn't it be great if, and it's not only just for yourself, it's for your family or for your friends, or, the community that you serve. There's that competing voice of this is the difference I want to make, this is what I really hope is going to happen, and these are all the things that could stop me. And, you know, like I was just saying to someone else this morning, you know, imagine how much wouldn't happen in the world if we just listened to that negative voice. I think everybody has got that negative voice, and our job is to recognise that it's not us and tell it to shove off and let me get on with what I'm here to do, because otherwise nothing amazing would happen. And that's what, you know, that's what we're here to do, make something amazing happen. Yeah, so I was brought into that moment of that's where I do my best work. And, you know, I'm a creative dot connector, and sometimes I might be interviewing maybe 5 people for one story, and so then my brain is sort of trying to get the little essence of those stories that are going to talk to those voices in the audience head, and draw a narrative, if you like, from the different stories that different people are telling, to thread it all together and to create that cohesive story. And those stories are what's so powerful in helping people see a different perspective and see perhaps a different way forward, and just creating a bit more flow. And it can be profound. It can be profound. You know, organisations would like to think that a video could have a profound difference on their business, and often that is true. But the reason that that's true is because they have a profound impact on the individual's experience. And when you get enough of that happening, you can create great shifts. So yeah, it's that's why, that's knowing that passion and capacity was within me. That's how I formed this business, because I know that I can make a difference by helping you tap into the stories that are going to really resonate with your audience. And I was on a call this morning with a client. Actually, it's interesting because one of the voices in my head said, despite all the things that people have told me about what a great writer I am, I've always hired writers. That's not strictly true. I do a lot of writing, but I've never really put myself out there as a writer. I've never say, oh, I'm a copywriter, I'll write that for you and get paid for it. I've written lots of video scripts and bits of copy for all sorts of, you know, things in the marketing world for other people, but I've never put my hand up and said, you know, there was never a byline with my name on it. But I was helping a client recently, and such an exciting project, and I can't tell you about it yet. It's very top secret, but it's going to be launching soon. And but actually, I really deeply got in to connect with her audience and what their story is, and it wasn't. And she needed this something quickly. She's launching a campaign in a couple of weeks, so so, you know, I said to her, you don't need my brand story creator program. You need a sales page, and you need it fast. You know, the brand story creator program is something that would be of huge benefit to her, but that's 12 weeks, and we don't have 12 weeks. You need a sales page. So I said, I'll write it for you. And I said it with such conviction, knowing that I could and I needed to, because I had it in my head. And then I was like, and so, you know, I got that job, and then I was like, oh, I guess I'm doing this. And I just told all of those little voices in my head to go away, and just, in fact, they weren't actually very loud. Because I felt I knew exactly what to do. I know how to write a sales page, and I know how to connect with people, and I love words, and I absolutely love this story, and I really want to make a difference doing it. So I'm very excited to be writing this sales page. And so I wrote my first draft and submitted it, and we caught up this morning. She's in America, I'm in Australia, so she's in nighttime summer and I'm in morning winter, freezing my bits off. And at the end of the call, she just, was saying, thank you so much. You've got a gift, she said to me. And it's so nice to hear that from someone that you just met a week ago. And it means a lot. And it was interesting because every time I get a new job or something, something that's really important to me and a special project, I celebrate my win for getting the job by buying myself a gift. And not that I'm particularly consumerist, but I deny myself stuff sometimes, I think, too. So I use the win as a bit of an incentive, I suppose, and I think it's important that we celebrate in some way. So when I got this project, I jumped on the end of financial year sales, and I bought myself a little prezi, which is this necklace, and this dress actually, which I really love the colours because it's my brand colours, and it's just beautiful. And just after I got off that call this morning, and she just said, you've got a gift, and that was sitting in my soul. And I went to make a cup of tea because I was freezing, and the doorbell rang whilst I was making that cup of tea, and it was the delivery man with my gift. So I've got 2 gifts. But I just wanted to share that with you because, I know that you've got that voice in your head and that you've got so much to give, and I really just want you to tell it to jump in the back seat, and so that you can get on and drive, because you've got so much to do, so much to achieve. And hopefully there's some other ideas in there for you about finding your purpose as well, and getting really clear on that, and also the power of story. It's so incredible, and I can't wait to see what happens as a result of this this sales page being rolled out with this Woman's Wonderful campaign, because exciting things are going to happen. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I'll see you soon, and love to hear your comments. Any thoughts on that will be so loved. Cheers. See you later. Bye.